Hail and matches kings and queens, it's me, Spud the King, and today in Claire Obscur Expedition 33 I will show you my build for Monoko. As always, straight to business. Weapon I'm using for today's build is Nusaro, and this weapon will provide us with nice benefits. First of all, parries will increase bestial will by 1, taking damage will reset it, but it doesn't matter. Most importantly at level 10, and that's basically when you unlock Monoko, you probably will have already ability to level up your weapons to level 10 at least. Upgraded skills will deal 30% more damage, and at level 20, every time you change mask, you will gain 1 AP. So for Monoko, I don't want any complicated stuff, and I want this crazy dude to support party and deal some damage while also supporting other guys. Mechanic of Monoko is pretty simple. You just got bestial will, 4 different colors of masks, and when you cast skills, you will just move this wheel around. And that's main idea of first part of my skills. Basically, we get agile, heavy and balanced masks over here. So no matter we're on green, red or purple, we can use any of those skills. Main idea of this part is to actually have skills that costs not a lot of AP. That's why choices over here determined by AP cost mostly. But also I want to provide benefits for my party. So right now we're in heavy, Roger hammering will have increased damage from heavy mask and also can break enemy stun. So that's a good choice. We will use this stuff. And to unlock skills from Monoko, you just need to hunt these enemies with Monoko and you will unlock these skills. That's basically how it works. And that's another part of this weapon. When we take damage, mask always resets. And basically, while we started in a heavy mask, we will continue playing in a heavy mask. Sometimes it's very good, sometimes it's pretty bad. Therefore, another main idea is to actually have ability to use some sort of good damaging ability in blue mask. Because if you will take damage, you will always be in a blue mask if you start in a blue mask. It's like random a little bit. But of course, you want to avoid enemy attacks and change masks constantly. In my first part of the skills, basically, we got all skills that can apply mark or break stun. We got HCU steps, it's really powerful stuff. And it's just very nice damage, especially if it's upgraded with upgraded skill. And we got Galt Fury again, it's very powerful. When especially it's upgraded. When it's not upgraded, it's also nice. But overall, Monoko is pretty fun. But right side of my skills is all blue masks. So normally blue mask is kinda supportive mask. You will see a lot of supportive spells, healing spells. But there's one extremely low cost, Ballet Charm. And it's extremely good because it will apply powerless to enemy. It will make enemy deal less damage. But also it's a damage 2 AP cost spell. It's really cheap, so we just can cast it and easily destroy enemies. Another one that I really like in blue masks is Orphan Cheaters. It will provide powerful for your allies, but also if you're casting it in a blue mask, it will give 3 AP to allies. That's extremely powerful because you can give ability for your allies to cast more spells, and that's pretty much a great way to destroy your enemies, not only with Monoko but also with your allies basically. So skill rotation is like pretty simple. However, there is one little problem with our build. Basically, if you can't avoid attacks, you will always stay in the same mask. Sometimes it's really cool. For example, right now I got this red mask, so I can basically abuse this technique to stay always in the red mask. I just need to make sure I take at least 1 point of damage every turn, and this actually like pretty powerful. As you can see, we're almost one-shotting like enemies over here, or at least I dealing like half of the damage to him. So that's something you need to think about. If you don't want to stay in the same mask and you're not too good at evading attacks, then there is really good solution. But of course, my favorite part about Monoko is that he even can take skills from bosses or very cool and unique enemies. It completely destroys screens and it looks insanely powerful. But let's get back to business. So basically it's really easy. Why I like Nusaro? To fix problem with mask changes, if it's a problem for you, instead of using Nusaro, which is really good weapon because it scales with vitality and agility, that's what I really like, you can switch to Balara. Balara is also great, it will scale with defense and agility, and you will need to spend some points in vitality, so it will lower your damage output a little bit, but still it's pretty fine. And this is a really good weapon because it will just give a lot of AP. You want to use upgraded skill every turn, and every time you use the skill you will give extra AP to all your allies. So that's also really powerful stuff. So for attributes it's pretty simple. We're going with weapon scaling. Weapon scales with agility better, so we're maxing out agility and keeping our second skill like vitality like 20 or so points lower. Also Monoko just scales with might, so we're leveling might a little bit behind this, and that's it. We don't need any other fancy attribute scaling. Now for Pictus. Instead of looking just for effects of this Pictus, actually equipping Pictus gives you nice bonuses, and that's what you need to look for. For example, for Monoko I like to use a combination of health, defense and speed. Agility provides speed and defense at the same time, so we're helping to get more of these attributes. Basically I'm looking for highest speed, highest defense and also some health, always nice to survive. However, again, basic idea to make sure your Monoko works right, you want to have energizing turn, if not as your Pictus, but at least as your Luminous. So basically Luminous is Pictus that you can activate and they will always be active, but will not provide this speed and health benefit. Because my build got a lot of abilities to deal mark to the target, I like have a rewarding mark, gain more AP when dealing damage to mark target, helps especially if you're left only with Monoko in a fight and you can't revive your teammates. And since he is really tanky, can survive a lot of attacks, that's why I keep him as this like last chance fighter. He got SOS, Power, Rush and Shell. He got Survivor, so he can survive once per battle, but overall again, most importantly focus on AP. Energizing start, +1 AP on battle start, Dodger, gain AP on perfect dodge and stuff like that. Also, sometimes we just don't want to use our attacks without AP, maybe we don't have AP, it happens. We can use basic attack, and I like to have augmented attack on him to have more attack damage, combo attack to make 2 attacks, and empowered attack to gain powerful after using base attack. As well as attack lifesteal helps to survive and keep him alive. So we can use our gun attack, basically range attack, and then use basic attacks to regenerate health. Very powerful stuff and great combination. Overall, Monoko is a really cool, unique and fun character to use in your party. But of course you need other cool builds for your party members, and that's what you can do by clicking on videos on the screen right now, and see you in the next videos.